Hello, everyone, and welcome into another edition of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. I'd like to thank Yoshi for today's opening poem, and if you'd like to leave an opening poem for the show, leave it in the comment section below. Now, on with today's game. If you play your cards right, and with a whole lot of luck, your wallet will be filled with all the big bucks on Card Shark.
This is the game where a single turn of cards can win you over $32,000 in cash. And now, to get us started, here's your host of Card Sharks, Brandon Scruggs.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into another edition of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. Glad you could join us here once again. On our last show, we saw our champion win his third game, and now he's going to try to make his strive for 5 on this episode if he can still be champion by the end of it. So far, with a grand total of $14,400 in cash, please welcome back our champion, Mr. Nick Dennison.
Hello.
Glad to have you back here, Nick. Over 14 grand so far through 3 games. Do you think you have what it takes and to make it all the way to your fifth win?
Let's see what happens.
All right, well, good luck to you. Let's go ahead and meet your opponent for this first game here on Card Sharks. Coming to us by way of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Please welcome in Mr. Mark Leota.
Hello.
Glad to have you back here at Card Sharks, Mark. He is you're a YouTuber and a gamer right now. I believe you're playing through the new Paper Mario series on the Switch, correct?
Filming wise, that's actually finished. I still got to upload the rest of the videos from that.
Ah, I see. Well, I'm interested to see how that series turns out for you. Watched a few episodes of it. I'm a little behind myself, but we're going to see how that works out. But you ready to play our game?
Yes.
All right, well, let's jump right into it. No, here on Card Sharks, we play a best 2 out of 3 match. All you got to do is call the next card in the on your board higher or lower than the previous one. Win the game of the match, you get to pick yourself up $1,000 and go on to our money cards where you have a chance to pick up an additional $32,000. So we're going to see somebody can walk away with all that money. But of course, to get control of the cards, you must answer a high-low survey question first. And in round 1, our first question always goes to our champion. So Nick, this one's for you. Nick, we asked 100 women engaged to be married, and we asked them, would you make your husband sign a prenuptial agreement? How many of those 100 women said they would make their husband sign a prenup before they got married?
Let's go with 57.
57 out of 100 of them said they would make their husband sign a prenuptial agreement. Mark, higher or lower than 57?
I'll go a little higher.
A little higher than that. All right, if the answer is higher, you'll be playing the cards first. If not, Nick will. The actual number of women engaged to be married said they would make their husband sign a prenuptial agreement is 34. It is not higher. It's lower. All right, Nick, that means you get control of the cards first. Let's take a look at your opening base card for this game. A king.
Ooh, let's change that.
You're going to change the king?
Change it.
All right.
Yeah, let's change
You won the question. You have the right to change the king if you want. We changed that king, and now that king becomes the 8 up the middle.
Ooh, let's go higher.
Going on higher than the 8. It's a queen.
Lower.
Going on lower than the queen. It's a 6.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 6. Oh, no, it's a 5. There, you lose those 3 cards there, and that gives Mark a free chance to play his base card. A king.
Lower.
Going on lower than the king. It's a 3.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 3. It's an ace.
Lower.
Going on lower than the ace. It's a deuce.
Higher.
For the game 1 of the match and a $1,000 bonus, higher than the deuce. It's an 8. He's got it. Well done, Mark. Just like that, ran through all 5 cards there, so that's a $1,000 bonus plus $500 for winning the first match. And just like that, you're on the board with $1,500 in game 1.
Nice.
A quick run of the cards there. Our champion Nick going to have to play catch up here, so let's go ahead and clear off the board. deal out those next cards off the top of the deck, and we continue on with round 2, where our challenger starts this round. So, Mark, this first question goes to you in this game. Mark, we asked 100 third grade boys, have you ever spent the whole day with your shoes on the wrong feet? How many of those 100 third grade boys said yes, they have?
That'd be pretty painful on the wrong foot all day. Like, my movements don't feel right. 51.
Oh my
I'm
god.
going to say 51 out of 100 of them said they have. Nick, higher or lower than 51?
Lower.
You say lower?
Yeah.
All right, he says less than that. Well, the actual number of third grade boys who have spent an entire day with their shoes on the wrong feet is 23. It is lower. All right, Nick, control the cards once again. Nick, we start you off with your base card this time. An ace.
Going low.
Going on lower than the ace. It's a deuce.
Higher.
Going on higher than the deuce. It's a 3.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 3. It's a 10.
Stop it right there.
Gonna freeze right there. All right. Not getting the $1,000 bonus, but just one card away from tying up the match. And we'll continue on with question number 2. This one goes to you, Nick. All right. Nick, studies have shown that grasshoppers have 3 times the nutritional value of steak. True study on this. So, we asked 100 women if you could cut your meat bill while grocery shopping in half by serving grasshoppers to your family 2 times a week, would you actually do it? How many 100 women said they would serve their family grasshoppers 2 nights a week?
Ooh. Let's go with 5.
5 out of 100 of them said they would do it. Mark, higher or lower than 5?
Okay, higher.
Let's say higher than that. It's hard for me to bring myself to think about eating an insect, but I guess from the nutritional value of it, as long as it tastes like chicken, it'd be okay, right?
Well, according to Timon and Pumbaa, maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. The actual number of women who said they would serve grasshoppers to their family twice a week in order to cut down on their grocery bill is 12 of them. It is higher.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest with you, I'm surprised it's even that many. As I thought Nick was about spot on with his answer, but nonetheless, Mark, you won the question, so that means you get control of the cards. So let's take a look at your base card for this starting this game. A 4.
Keep it and go higher.
All right, higher than the 4. It's a 7 up the middle.
And freeze.
And that's where he's going to stop right there, keeping Nick from his cards. As we go on now to question number 3 of this round, this one goes back to Mark. Mark, we asked 100 women who were divorced in the last year, and we asked them, did your divorce happen because of your husband's adultery? How many of those 100 women said yes, their divorce happened because their husband committed adultery?
Ooh. Okay. Very interesting one there. Do I want to 49?
49 out of 100 of them said their divorce happened because it ended the husband committed adultery. Nick, higher or lower than 49?
Let's go a little higher.
A little higher than that. All right. Well, the actual number of women who were divorced in the last year, their divorce happened because their husband committed adultery is 39 is not higher.
Oh.
All right, Mark, you've got control cards. You've got that 7. How do you want to play it?
Change the 7, please.
All right, changing that 7, the next card off the top of the deck. The 7 now becomes a king.
Excellent. Lower.
Going on lower than the king. It's a 10.
I'm gonna go to safe route and freeze.
Gonna freeze it right there. All right, so both players with a 10. Both players frozen at this point, and we have only one question to go in this round, so it means we're at sudden death. Someone must win on this play of the cards. And this question, of course, goes to our champion, Nick. Nick, we asked 105-year-olds, did your father fight in the Civil War? How many of the 105-year-olds said, yes, their father did fight in the Civil War?
Let's go with 55.
55 out of 100 of them said that their fathers fought in the Civil War. Mark, higher or lower than 55?
Lower.
Say lower than that. Well, for all important control of the cards, the actual number of 5-year-olds who believe that their fathers fought in the Civil War is 21. It is much lower.
Wow.
I would hope most of them would not think that they did just for the fact that the Civil War happened almost 150 years ago. But that's a whole different other story at this point. Mark, you've got control of the cards, and you've got a tough decision here. You both have a 10. You need 2 cards to win the game of the match. Nick only needs 1 card to tie up the match. So the choice is yours, sir. Do you want to play it, or do you want to pass it?
Well, the way Nick's been playing in his run, who knows what could happen with him. So I'm going to keep control and change the 10.
All right, you're going to play it yourself, and he's going to change that 10. All important change here. That 10 becomes an ace.
Oh.
Going on lower than the ace. It's a queen.
Lower, please.
For the game of the match to become the new champion, lower than a queen. It's a 5. We got a new champion. Congratulations, Mark. That's another $500 for you. Brings you now up to $2,000. You're going to be playing the money cards in just a minute. Nick, we got to say goodbye to you, sir, but you'll leave us here with $14,400 in cash, and our thanks for playing. All right, stick around, folks. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, Mark is going to go after the big money in the money cards. We'll do that right after the break. Stay with us.
Okay.
Welcome back to Card Sharks here. Mark, our new champion, now with $2,000. He's going to get a shot here to play the money cards here. Mark, you know how this works. We start you off the bottom row with $200 in cash. Work your way across the bottom row till you get to that second row of cards, where we give you an additional $400 and 3 more cards. Remember, minimum bets of $50 and in $50 increments till you get to the top card, which is our big bet card. There you must bet at least half your winnings. And if you get stuck along the way, you can change 1 card on each row with one of the 3 extra cards we did on the side of the game. And if you can do a perfect double, double, double all the way to the top of the board, you'll win $32,000 in cash. All right?
All right, let's do it.
So if you're ready, best of luck to you. Here comes the cards, and here comes $200 in cash. All right, let's see what your opening base card here on the money cards is. We start you off with an ace.
Nice. Everything lower.
Betting it all. $200 lower than the ace. It's a deuce. $400.
Everything higher.
There we go. Betting it all again. $400. Higher than the 2. It's a 4. Double up. $800.
All 800 higher.
Going for it. See if you can do it all the way. $800. Higher than the 4. It's a jack. Perfect through the bottom row there with $1,600. We'll throw that jack up to the next line, give you the additional $400 there, up to $2,000 and a jack, sir.
Whole thing lower.
Going for it all. Come on, big money here. $2,000 lower than the jack. No, it's another jack. It's a push.
All right, whole thing lower again.
All right, so you stay at $2,000. Going for it again. $2,000 lower than the jack. It's a 6. $4,000.
All right, time to use a change. Card number 3.
All right, change it with card number 3 there. That 6 goes away, and out to play we find a 5. A little better. $4,000 and a 5 now.
All right, let's go $1,600 higher.
Okay, $1,600 going higher than the 5. Oh no, it's a 4 there. Lose that 16 down to $2,400. We move that 4 up to the big bet card. Do you want to keep it?
I will keep it, and I'll go the whole thing. Actually, no, I want to leave at least something on the table. $1,600 higher.
I was going to say you have 2,400, so you got to bet at least 1,200 of it here.
Yep, 1,600 higher.
Okay. For an even $4,000, $1,600 higher than a 4. Oh no, it's a 3. That's a tough break there, sir. But hey, you did finish with $800 there. When we add that 800 to what you won previously, gives you a grand total now of $2,800. And we'll take a commercial break. We'll come back and find Mark another opponent as we play more Card Sharks right after this. Stay with us. Welcome back here to Card Sharks. Mark, our new champion now with $2,800, and he is ready to take on his next opponent. So let's meet him now. Coming to us by way of Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. Please welcome in Mr. Justin Noyes.
Oh,
Glad to have you back here. I believe this might be our first full Canadian battle here on this season of Card Sharks. Remind us a little bit more about yourself, Justin.
from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I love to play video games.
Fantastic. Well, are you ready to play our game?
Yep.
All right, well, let's jump right into it. Mark, you're our champion now. You're playing the red cards. Justin, you're our challenger. You'll be playing the blue cards. And this first question goes to Mark. Mark, we asked 100 pregnant women, if you could snap your fingers right now and have your husband be pregnant instead of you, would you do it? How many of those 100 pregnant women said yes, they would?
That they'd have the husband be pregnant?
Yes, instead of them.
Okay. Let's go with 60 of them.
60 out of 100 of them said that they would have their husband be pregnant instead of them. Justin, higher or lower than 60?
Lower.
You say lower than that. Well, let's see. The actual number of pregnant women that, if they could snap their fingers right now and make their husband pregnant instead of them, is 34. It is lower. All right, well done, Justin. That means you're going to be playing the cards first in this one. We take a look at your first opening base card, a queen.
Right, lower.
Going on lower than the queen. It's a 6.
I'm gonna freeze.
Gonna freeze it right there. All right, keeping Mark away from his card, so the 2-card advantage in game 1. And we move on to question number 2. This one is for you, Justin. Justin, we asked 100 garbage men, have you ever given someone a gift you found in someone else's trash? How many of those 100 garbage men said they have given someone a gift they found in someone else's trash?
Oh, wow.
Honestly, that's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, I think it is really disgusting, so I'm gonna go with 13.
13 out of 100 of them said they have. Mark, higher or lower than 13?
I'll probably go a little bit higher.
A little higher than that. I'm curious to see what the answer to this one is myself. The actual number of garbage men who said they have given someone else a gift they have found in someone else's trash is 30. It is higher.
Was one of them Oscar the Grouch's trash can?
Probably not. Just saying. Nonetheless, all right, Mark, you've got control of the cards. We'll take a look at your base card for this game here. We start you off with a 6.
Ugh. And yes, that was another one of my bad jokes. I'm well aware of that. Change the 6.
Feel free to leave booze in the comment section for Mark on that case. But nonetheless, we changed the 6 there with the next card off the top of your deck. That 6 now becomes a 2.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce. It's a 7.
And freeze it.
And it's just like that. We're all tied up 2 cards apiece. We move on to question number 3 now. This one goes back to Mark. Mark, we asked 100 single women, have you ever lied to a man when they've asked you how many men were there before him? How many of those 100 single women said yes, they have lied to a man, saying about how many men they've been with before them?
69.
And there it is.
Oh,
69 it is.
oh.
Justin, higher or lower than 69?
Oh, I do. How I do.
Lower.
I'm going to say lower than that.
Yeah.
The actual number of women who have lied to a man by saying how many men they've been with before them is 27. It is lower. Justin, getting control of the cards here. You've got that 6.
Change it.
Changing that 6. Next card off the top of the deck. 6 now becomes an ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. It's a 10.
I'm gonna go lower.
Going on. No lower than the 10. Oh, no. A jack there. You're going to lose those 2 cards. Giving Mark a free chance to play his 7.
Which I cannot change, unfortunately. Higher?
Going on higher than the 7. It's a jack.
Okay, lower.
Lower than the jack. It's a 7.
And freeze it right there.
Freezing right there. Only need one more card to pick up game number 1 of the match. And we're at that 4th and final question of this round. So that means someone must win on this play of the cards. Question goes to Justin. Justin, we asked 100 bachelors, would you marry a woman who said that she never wanted to have kids again? How many of 100 bachelors said they would marry a woman that said they never wanted to have kids again?
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go 50 in the middle.
Right up the middle with 50. Mark, higher or lower than 50?
All right, say the question again.
Again, we asked 100 bachelors, and we asked them, would you marry a woman who said that she never wanted to have kids again? How many of them said yes?
Okay, Justin said 50. I'm going to go a little bit lower.
And say lower than that. For all important control of the cards, the actual number of women who said they would, the actual number of bachelors who said they would marry a woman who said they didn't want to have kids anymore is 32. It is lower. All right, Mark. The choice is yours here, sir. You have a 7. You only need one more card to win the first game of the match. Justin has an ace. He needs 3 cards. The option is yours. You want to play it or you want to pass it?
Correction, I had a 7. Let's change it.
All right, he's going to play it, and he's going to change that 7. 7 goes away, and now we find, an 8 up the middle there. Call the 8 correctly, you win game 1, miss it, and Justin wins game 1.
I don't want to play with a snowman.
Well,
But I guess I kind of have to.
you have no choice here.
Lower.
For game 1 of the match, lower than the 8. Oh, no, it's a 10. That means Justin wins game 1. Well done, sir. That is $500 for you in cash there. You picked up game 1. We're going to see if Mark can play catch-up here as we clear the board and deal out the cards for game number 2 here. And we start game 2 always with a question to our challenger. So, Justin, this one is for you. Justin, we asked 100 people who have recently been fired from a job. And we asked them, did you deserve to be fired? How many of them said they did deserve to be fired for what they did?
I am going. This is a tough one. I'm going to say 50.
50 up the middle there. Mark, higher or lower than 50?
Okay, you're making it pretty difficult for me again, eh, Justin? Higher this time.
I say higher than this time, all right? Well, the actual number of people who were recently fired from a job said they did deserve to be fired for what they did is 22. It is not higher.
Okay.
All right, so that means, Justin, you get control of the cards first. We'll take a look at your opening base card for this round. A jack.
All right, lower.
Going on lower than the jack. It's a 2.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 2. It's a king.
I'm going to go lower.
Going on lower than the king. It's a queen.
Lower.
For the game and the match to become the new champion, lower than a queen. It's a 2. We got a new champion.
I never got to touch it.
Congratulations, Justin. 2,000 for you. You're our new champion now, and you're going to go on to play the money cards here in just a minute. Well, Mark, unfortunately, your time here was short-lived on the show, sir. But did you have fun with us nonetheless? Well, you're not going to leave here empty-handed. You got $2,800, and our thanks for playing, sir. We appreciate you. We'll have you back, hopefully, maybe one more time before the season's over with. But for now, Justin's got $2,000 in cash, and we're going to see if he can add $32,000 more to that as he takes on the money cards. We'll do that right after the break. Stay with us.
Wow, I never got to touch.
Welcome back to Card Sharks. Here, running out of time for this episode, so we're jumping quickly into the money cards here with our new champion, Justin, with $2,000. Justin, you know how this works, so we've already got your money and your cards loaded up here, so I wish you best of luck, sir. Here's your $200, and we're going to get you started here with your opening base card of a 4.
I'm gonna try to do this. All of it higher.
Going for it all, $200, higher than a 4. It's a king. You have to hold up $400.
Alright, a little bit lower.
Betting it all, $400, lower than the king. It's a 10.
Changing to number 2.
Changing with card number 2. That 10 goes away, and now we find a 9. A little worse. 809, sir.
I'm gonna go $50 lower.
All right, minimum bet, $50 lower than the 9. It's another 9, so it's a push there. No win, no loss. We stayed. You keep $800. We move it up, that 9 up to the next row. Give you another $400. You have $1,200, sir, and a 9. How you want to play it?
Change it. 1.
All right, changing with card number 1. That 9 goes away. In its place, we find, ooh, an 8 right up the middle.
50 lower.
$50 minimum bet, lower than the 8. Oh no, another 8. All these pairs are not helping at all. You still got $1,200 though, and an 8.
50 lower.
Try it again. $50 lower than the 8. Come on. It's a 6. There we go. $1,250 and a 6, sir.
I'm gonna go 100 higher.
All right, $100 higher than the 6. Oh no, it's a 3 there. You're down to $1,150. We move that 3 up to the big bet. Do you want to keep it?
I'm keeping it.
All right, you have $1,150. You must bet at least $675 on this one.
Screw that. I'm going all or nothing higher.
Oh, sorry, I apologize. It was actually $575. But all right, he's going to bet it all here for nothing at all, or $2,300. All of it higher than a 3. It's a jack. He's got it. Well done, sir. $2,300 in the money cards that time. Added to what you won, you have a 1-game total now of $4,300. Congratulations to you. And folks, that is going to do it for us on this episode of Card Sharks. We thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you like the series and want to see more of it, make sure you check out the playlist here on the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to see other great game shows like we've done here, past, present, future, click that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. That way you never miss out on all the fun and games going down here at MVG Productions. And until the cards are dealt out, once again, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time right here for more Card Sharks. Take care. Bye for now, folks.
This is your announcer, Michael Gentry, speaking for Card Sharks, an MVG Productions presentation.